What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant, and we are covering NXT Battleground 2024 live in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is a very good pay-per-view from NXT, and I think that everybody should check it out. It's sort of like a new era. I feel like Shawn Michaels is cooking, and it was a good pay-per-view. So we start out with Sexy Red welcoming us to Battleground, and she does a little twerk for us to start the show. Fun fact, Sexy Red got arrested after the show. She got into a brawl with someone at the airport, and she got arrested. So, yeah, great look for WWE. We have our first match, the NXT North American Women's Championship in a ladder match. This is the inaugural championship. The competitors are Sol Luca, Jaida Parker, Michin, Fallon Henley, Lash Legend, and Kelani Jordan. We saw a lot of cool maneuvers here with a lot of acrobatic moments. Sol Luca lands an X Factor, Jaida Parker onto a ladder. All the girls military press Lash Legend off a ladder, threw a ladder on the floor. Kelani Jordan and Sol Luca double kick each other off the ladder. And then Kelani lands a springboard moonsault onto the ladder to Michin, and Kelani Jordan grabs the NXT North American Women's Championship, and she is the inaugural champion, Kelani Jordan. I feel like the MVPs of this match were Lash Legend, Sol Luca, and Kelani Jordan. Jaida Parker did good, but I was surprised to see Kelani win. There's not a lot of momentum behind her, but maybe this championship will bring her up to the next level. We then go backstage from earlier tonight where we see Aura Mensa attack Ethan Page. They will probably have a fight on NXT TV. Next up, the NXT Tag Team Champions Axiom and Nathan Frazier defend against Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows. This is a decent tag team match between the two. Nathan Frazier lands a springboard dropkick to Karl Anderson and a standing shooting star press to get a 2. Karl Anderson hits Nathan Frazier with a TKO. Gallows lands a sit-out powerbomb to Frazier for a 2. Luke Gallows chokeslams Nathan Frazier onto the apron. And then the end comes after Axiom lands a super Spanish fly to Anderson, and Frazier lands a Phoenix Splash to get the pinfall victory. Axiom and Nathan Frazier are a really cool tag team. I really like their high-flying skills, and I feel like Gallows and Anderson put up a good fight in this match, and I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do in NXT. We get a promo for a couple of people, Josh Briggs, Carly Bright, and Dante Chen. They'll be making their names more seen in NXT in the coming weeks. Next up, we have the special NXT Underground match, Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. And this is sort of like a UFC style type match. A lot of action here. I enjoyed it because it's a little bit different than what we normally see. They keep applying sleeper maneuvers, grapevines. Shayna lands hammer fists on top of Lola Vice on the table. Lola rams Shayna's knees against the ring post and applies an ankle lock. Shayna applies a triangle armbar. Lola tosses Shayna Baszler into the steps. The lumberjacks at ringside get involved. Shayna gets tossed into them. And the end comes when Lola Vice lands punches and elbows, knocking out Shayna Baszler. Although Shayna really wasn't knocked out, she kind of just laid there. But I guess in terms of being taken down, Lola Vice got the victory here over Shayna Baszler. It was an interesting match. I would check it out just for, how different it is. But I want Shayna Baszler to become a monster heel again, and lately they've just been making her lose. We got a promo from Eddie Thorpe. Sexy Red congratulates the new NXT North American Women's Champion Kelani Jordan backstage. And we have our triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. The North American champion Oba Femi defends against Joe Coffey and Wes Lee. During the match, Gallows come out and attack Oba Femi. Joe Coffey lands a flying moonsault to Wes Lee for a 2. Wes lands a cardiac kick, but then Gallows pulls the referee out of the ring. Wes Lee dives onto Gallows on the floor. And then Oba Femi gets the win after slamming both men. And Oba lands a pop-up power bomb on Joe Coffey to get a victory. Femi looks dominant. He's been NXT North American champion for a couple of months now. I really like what he's doing. A lot of the wrestlers enjoy his work, so he'll probably get called up eventually and be doing big things on the main roster. We get a promo for Wendy Chu. She'll be debuting again on NXT, coming back this week. We have the match I was most looking forward to. One of them, NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez defending against TNA Women's Knockout Champion Jordynne Grace. And I was excited for this because Jordynne Grace is a great wrestler. And so I was excited to see what she was going to do here at NXT in this match. And this is probably Roxanne Perez's best match. Roxanne lands a Russian leg sweep and stomps at Jordynne Grace's arm. Jordynne misses a flying splash, but lands a super power slam. Roxanne lands a DDT and a low Hurricane Rana. Jordynne lands a muscle buster to get a 2. During the match, Jordynne's earring gets pulled out and it gets stuck inside Jordynne's, I think it was in her leg or something. Mick Foley shit. Roxanne lands a lion saw and applies a crossface. And then Tatum Paxley comes out and grabs the TNA Knockouts Championship. And then Ash by Elegance, formerly Dana Brooke, shows up and grabs it from Paxley. That distracts Jordynne Grace, who takes them both out. Roxanne lands a cutter and a pop rocks, and Roxanne defeats Jordynne Grace and retains the NXT Women's Championship. Great match. And I have a feeling we're going to see more of NXT wrestlers on the TNA Against All Odds pay-per-view, where Jordynne Grace will have a open challenge for the NXT Knockouts. I'm sorry, the TNA Knockouts Championship. A lot of different companies here. We see Gallows attacking Wesley backstage. Obviously, they're upset that Joe Coffey lost the triple threat match. And we've made it to our main event, the NXT Champion Trick Williams defending against Ethan Page. Ethan Page is a former AEW star, and now he's in NXT. Ethan tosses Trick Williams into the ring steps and lands a backbreaker off the ropes. Ethan then applies a waist lock and drops Trick Williams off the top rope. Trick lands a DDT and an axe kick. Ethan Page lands a running knee, but then Trick hits a rock bottom for a 2. Ethan power slams Trick Williams through a table and lands a razor's edge for a 2 count. But the end comes after Trick hits the trick shot to defeat Ethan Page and retain the NXT Championship. After the match, Sexy Red celebrates with TNA Champion Trick Williams. And I'm excited for this new era in NXT. A lot of good stuff. The women's matches on the card were very good. The main event was great. I'm looking forward to NXT Heatwave, which will be taking place in July. I'll be covering that. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell on YouTube. We'll be dropping more content. We have our Attitude Era Raw SmackDown Clash at the Castle coming up. A lot coming your way, so make sure you subscribe so you can get notified when all of that comes out, so you stay in the loop. We're available if you don't want to listen to us on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.